New here at 4:30, derailments, detours, and delays. For decades, the Mbta has been plagued by safety problems. The head of the T is now talking with 7 News about challenges the agency is facing and its plan to build a better system. 7's Mbta sat down with Phillip.
If you want to stay planted here in Massachusetts, if you want to raise a family in Massachusetts, you want to work in Massachusetts, the Mbta is going to be best in class.
Mbta General Manager Phillip likes what he sees when he rides the T.
Yeah, good luck in school, okay?
There's so many areas that still need more emphasis, but we are getting to the point where you can rely on the mass transportation system. I'll say that because the riders that I see every day, many of them are acknowledging that their trips are better.
When he took the wheel of the embattled agency 2 years ago, the oldest subway system in the country didn't seem safe. There were runaway trains, derailments, and a fire on the Orange Line. Says turning the T around means going back to basics.
To rebuild workforce, to start fixing our infrastructure, and to handle some critical safety hires.
And it's starting to pay off with 250,000 feet of new track, and for the first time in 20 years, no slow zones. T workers have fixed the rails in 220 different spots so subway cars can speed through again without risking safety.
My first 6 months, we'd fix 2 speed restrictions and 3 would pop up. We'd fix 1 and 2 would pop up. You know, so it was a game of whack-a-mole and we couldn't catch up. We had to go in the route of really being aggressive.
Are T riders noticing a smoother ride? We asked them.
You talked about what riders are saying, and they have some questions to ask you.
It's a little erratic, trying to figure out where things are going to be shut down, which lines are going to be shut down from where.
The shutdowns that we're doing, we're trying to make sure that we announce them early. For every rider, I want them to know that these shutdowns are really meant to just make sure we get in, get the work done, and get out, and allow them to have a regular trip. I think the short-term pain is far better than living with a speed restriction for years.
The Mbta says there were 23 extended shutdowns last year. This year, that number is down to 7. Other riders are questioning the promised new crackdown on ferry evaders that began last week with the deployment of a new fleet of enforcement officers.
I heard about the fare checks, but it's the same on the E line. I take the E, and the doors are always open, and people just walk right in.
I see it myself. I think we've just made it a little bit too easy and we've created bad habits. These fare engagement representatives will be riding the trains as well and observing people boarding and observing if they're tapping or not.
Has also answered many people asking for a later ride. A month ago, the T started running an hour later on all subway lines every Friday and Saturday night and on some bus routes too.
We are running extended service as part of our regular schedule. That is not something that I intend to take away.
Takes the Blue Line to work every day, so he knows the T can still be a bumpy ride at times. He says he's working hard to build a transit system that works.
We are really focused on making sure it's not only for today, but for future generations.
Says the next big step for the Mbta will be having buses, the commuter rail, and ferries run more often. In Boston, Mbta, 7 News.